headstrong. Touchdown when I touchdown, better touchdown, I game on. Let's go. It's my time to shine bright lights and it's lit. 10 toes down in a face full of grit. Take it to the house and we take it to the crib. Flip that in the script, red zone gone in.
Welcome, another episode of Red Zone Real Estate coming at you today. Our focus, real estate investing. 1 to 4 families, the 3 pros, 3 cons of 1 to 4 family real estate investing. Let's dive into the material now.
Touchdown when I touchdown, better touchdown, I game on. Let's go. It's my time to shine bright lights and it's lit.
So, we want to know, what are the 3 big pros to 1 to 4 family real estate investing? Well, the first thing that we want to make sure is anytime that you're buying a property or you're selling a property, you want to make sure financing is locked in. So one of the best things for a pro in real estate investing is tip number 1, financing options. So with low financing, attractive rates such as 3.5% for an FHA, 5% for an FHA, to a number of different loans that allow a 10 or even a 20% down payment in that single family world. When you start mixing into 2 to 4 families and above, cash flow comes into play. So when you look at this and you look at it from a different angle of cash flow and debt, it becomes an attractive option for financing. Okay. Number 2, when we look at these, we have to have stable cash flow. So when we look at an investment for a 1 to 4 family, we want to make sure that the tenant quality is absolutely at its best. This means making sure that you do applicable background checks, credit scores, etc., to calculate the risk in it. Now, one thing that happens that when you have a 2 to 4 family or a 1 to 4 family is going to be that you have the other tenants. You have tenant number 2, 3, or 4 that are helping pay your cash flow down. So that means you can live in the property, in essence, potentially for free, or maybe even be paid money. Can you imagine that, paid money to live in your own property? We know people doing it, and that's something that I wanted to share with you because it's happening today. So you have stable income, you do the very, very vigorous credit check background to make sure that the people that are living there alongside you are withstanding. Now you have stable cash flow and you're all set to go. Okay? Number 3, when we look at a 1 to 4 family, today's marketplace, extremely high demand. I mean, we can't sell them quick enough. As soon as they come on the market, they're gone. It's a huge, huge uptick for 1 to 4 families because of attractive financing rates, lower down payments leading to higher purchase prices. That means that I can buy an $8 or $9 or $1 million home for 3.5%. That allows you to pay more money when you look at the financing options. Those are 3 pros to 1 to 4 family real estate investing. Now, let's check out what the cons are.
Action, hey, I'm a star, but the cast it, backflip, selly on the selly when the math flip, practice, never makes perfect, but the cash is.
3 cons to 1 to 4 family real estate investing. When we look at 1 to 4 families, we have to understand that we have limited economies of scale. It means that we don't have a 20-unit building. In essence, if one tenant in a 20-unit building was to go out, let's say evicted, kicked out, whatever it may be, we have 19 other incomes. However, in a 1 to 4 family, if your one family has a tenant and they go out, clunky cash flow, clunk, clunk. The months start adding up. 1 month out, 2 months, 3 months of no cash flow. Now, if you have a 2, 3, or 4 family, you stand a chance at not taking money out of those hard-earned pockets that you have to put into it to pay that. So tenant 2, 3, and 4 could pay that. Now imagine you had all of them go out. It's a huge problem. Because why? You don't have any other incomes to support it. So realize why in the pro, it's make sure that they're so qualified that you know that you're going to get that income, because if not, you may not be able to pay that mortgage that month. So that's where you lock it in and you double check. That's why it could be a con. Now, you also have limitations. When you're looking at financing, you have limitations to the FHA amount of purchases that you can do, 1 to 4 family. So that means you do 2. So you can only do 2 with a 3.5 or 5% down payment via an FHA loan. So that's a limitation, because obviously it maximizes on the amount of properties you can purchase with a low down payment. Okay. The other third con to this is going to be basically your tenant impact. When you look at this and you choose the wrong tenant because you didn't qualify properly, you are in a shitstorm. You now have somebody living above you, to the side of you. That's a horrible tenant. You want them out, and it's your property. And try getting them out. In a state where you have a landlord-tenant relationship that's not favorable to the landlord, you are in a potentially deep water, troubled situation, and you are a buoy at float and going with where the wind blows in that direction of municipalities. So don't do that so the tenant impact as a third con doesn't hit you in the ass and get you right into a bad financial position. Those tenant impacts are huge because you don't have economies at scale. So if you choose one bad tenant in a one family or two family and you're there, you could be in big trouble. So make sure that tenant impact isn't impacted at the highest level. Third con, make sure that you do not choose a wrong tenant, especially if you're living at the property. Now, we've covered a number of things today, 3 pros and 3 cons to 1 to 4 family real estate investing. Take these tips and more, use them, execute them, and be the person that you want to be in your real estate investing career. Now, we've got a ton of material and course material. Click the links below, subscribe, make sure you share the channel, and get everybody on top of 1 to 4 family real estate investing like a pro.
Keep fighting like a savage, average. Never I'm above that lavish passion. When it meets front, all happen. All great things come to those that have it. Red zone, show feel, move ahead strong.